What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Sunday night. We are here, and we're going to talk some birds. So, of course, I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. Would love to hear your thoughts, but I've got a little recap going on. I told you we would try to talk about everything as a whole. So many moves are coming our way. We did the first few days, the show with the recap, all that great stuff, and then moves just kept coming. So I want to give you a little recap of everything that's going on, all the players we've added, that we've lost, the guys that are still out there, the new jersey numbers. I know you guys love knowing all that stuff, the updated depth chart so you can see what that looks like. Of course, we will give you the cap hits, the new ones, the unknown ones, the updated cap space, and then, of course, a look at the draft picks we have for this year and next. So all of the information you need to know right here in this show. So I appreciate you taking the time. This is live, so love to hear from you. Or if you're watching it later, you know you can always comment down below. Would love to hear from you as well. So without further ado, hope you all had yourselves a fantastic weekend. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button, subscribing, all the things you're doing to support the channel. But let's jump right into this bad boy. And let's talk about what the hell's been going on here. All the damn players we've added, all of the players that have gone somewhere else, what's going down here. We're going to talk about all of it. So let's go, baby. Yo, Anthony, my man, appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Appreciate the kind words earlier today. Really made my Sunday a pleasant Sunday. Really appreciate you sickos tuning in and letting me know that this work definitely is appreciated. So we're going to break it all down right here, my man. And little G, appreciate you tuning in as well. Yo, I appreciate that, X-Dog. And look, I'm here to spread the facts, here to get the truth out there, and that's what On the Road to Victory was all about when we began, so that's what we will always be in these parts, and I can't do it without you sickos. So whenever you bring something to the table, I will tell you, whether I know something about it, whether it's BS, whatever we can talk about, but always here to try to provide you guys with, I will only tell you things my source tells me. I will give you my opinion on everything, but look, man, I pride myself on those facts, so I appreciate that, my friend. And we're going to break it all down here tonight. My man Drew in here. Let's go, you sick son of a 3 a.m. over there in Germany. Love to see it. My man Drew, hope you're doing well. Troy, yo, we got a little party brewing here on a Sunday night. Let's go. And my head is spinning as well, Joe. So much information putting this damn thing together today. I was like, oh, this will be quick. I got a lot of, I was like, oh, son of a bitch. Like, I just want to obviously get a lot of information for you guys, even the jersey numbers, things like that. So I did all the digging I could on everything I could possibly find for you. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight. And I truly appreciate you, my man. Appreciate all of you that are taking the time here, all the comments, everything, man. You guys are truly way too kind, but good to see you, my man Stu. And I appreciate you guys. Seriously, man. I'm pumped up about it. So let's talk some birds. Next Tuesday is your birthday. That's what's up. Wednesday is Chelsea's birthday. And then 10 days after that will be mine. So it's birthday season in these parts. I've got everybody, if you guys have been tuning in for years, you know, in April, everybody in my family's birthday, end of March, obviously. Oh, my Lord, sweet baby Jesus. But a happy early birthday to you. I will try to remember that. And hope you enjoy. Yo, my man, Gene, appreciate you tuning in, or woman. I'm not sure. I apologize there, but let's go. Either way, go birds. And look, a happy birthday to all of you. And yo, I know a couple of you are going to jump the gun on this one. It is not my birthday today, but that joke kind of died down, but too funny. But you are the man, my friend Joe. Appreciate you, dude. And look, the money could definitely be worked out, but you got to test the market. That's something, you know, we've talked about here for weeks. And I think that Hassan could definitely stay, but he could definitely go. Depends on the money there, what he's looking for, if he would restructure, have a lower cap hit this year. Yo, what is going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, let's go, baby. I love to see it. You guys are really showing up here for this recap, and let's do it, man. Let's go through it. Want to hear your thoughts on this, but we did retain some of our players as well, not just adding a bunch, but you got Brandon Graham back for his final season. All about it. The victory tour. Let's go get a damn trophy for him. You bring back Braden Mann. I was all about that. Rick Lovato. Oh, yes, please. Albert. Oh, okay, whatever. We need some competition at tight end, too. So you better be adding in the draft. Maybe a free agent. Let's go. Extended was Landon Dickerson, Jake Elliott. Would love to see Devontae Smith and Milton Williams added to that list. So let's stay patient there. But restructured, you could see Josh Sweat. Would love to see Hassan Reddick's name there as well. So We talked about it on the Ways to Create Cap Space show yesterday, and you saw number one. We were talking about Son Reddick. Restructure him, have the most dominant rotation in the league with Reddick, Sweat, and Huff, Nolan, Smith, Brandon Graham. I'm all about it. Let's effing go. But we did add a lot of free agents, and let's take a look here. We'll start it off with offense. I'm going to breeze by this. Now, you can go back to these guys. They all have their own shows or the daily shows with way more, and you can see the last time he played during his show in 2019 when he actually had some stats there. But just going through here to take a quick look at these players and let you know there are videos for all these guys out here. But we got some quarterbacks here, and we talk about Kenny Pickett. You know, you traded for him. You got to back up. He and McKee will compete, but it gives McKee some competition, a former first rounder. I'm all about, obviously they want to emphasize that the quarterback position, every team should do that. There's a no-brainer there. You didn't give up much. You moved back 22 spots, so not a big deal. You gave away 2 7th-round picks. Now, Greer, we talked about. Let me come back to him because I've seen a lot of confusion. I saw somebody today trying to troll, and if you're going to troll, don't make sure you're not looking like a moron in the process. Whoa, the Eagles have 4 quarterbacks now. Yeah, I don't know if this is their first time ever watching football, but most teams, especially in the offseason, will have 4 quarterbacks. Now, in the regular season, that's not going to be the case, but we're figuring it out now. You got a guy that knows the system here, and he's going to be able to help all the quarterbacks. Everybody on this roster learn the system, help those back-end receivers, tight ends during the preseason games. That's who he'll be playing with, so it's a no-brainer to me. This guy comes in, helps Pickett, McKee, and Jalen Hurts get down Kellen Moore's system. Doug Nussmeier as well, the quarterback coach. So familiarity there. It's a no-brainer. It's so weird to see the media and people getting worked up about it. It's now we don't have to focus in the last rounds of the draft, getting an undrafted kid. The quarterback room is pretty set. But, if there's someone they like there that went undrafted, you want to sign them, that stuff could definitely happen. You could have 5 quarterbacks here. That's not a big deal. But it's a guy that's going to be here for camp. You got to have 90 players on the roster. I don't know how much more I can explain that, but I like having quarterbacks and I like to see competition, so I'm all about it. Now, we added some wide receivers as well. Devontae Parker. Now, Julio Jones, Olamide Zaccheaus, Quez Watkins, all free agents, so got to add to that room. We talked about, getting some depth there. Also looking into the draft. Well, we added some veteran pieces. You get Devontae Parker. Who knows if he even makes the team, but got a big body guy that I think would give you more than Julio Jones. And then you've got a guy that I would have brought back, Olamide Zaccheaus, but maybe he wants to go elsewhere, feels slighted about how they didn't use him. So you get Paris Campbell here. And, I like Paris Campbell. I think he had a very down year last year, and he needs to turn things around. But obviously his familiarity with Sirianni and some of those guys will definitely benefit him. We'll hope that he can step it up and become, part of that rotation of receivers. So we shall see, but I like that we're adding depth there. Then we talked about adding depth on the offensive line, a guy that will push Juergens at center, will push Steen at right guard. He can provide depth at both of those positions, and obviously he was out all of last year with an injury, so the 2022 stats, all these things I brought are from those shows. So you can go check those shows where we break each player down, but to me, you got positions we need, and we know that we're going to look in the draft as well, but man, getting these pieces before the draft makes you pretty excited. And then when you get a guy like Saquon Barkley, I'm pretty excited. I cannot lie to you. Can't wait to see him in this offense. Love DeAndre Swift, but this is an upgrade. This dude, he played for the Giants and dominated, and that's with no offensive line, no quarterback, no other running back, no receivers, no tight end. And now he's got all of the above, and he is going to shine, and I cannot wait to see it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, the offensive pieces you added right there, you'll see them on the depth chart in a second here. It's enough to get you excited. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good. Which one is your favorite offensive addition? Let me know in the chat below. I will get over to the comments in a second, but let's go through the defense here. We had a nose tackle. We talked about that. Got to add some nose tackle depth. You only have Noah Ellis behind Jordan Davis. Need to see some big boys in here. So PJ Mustipher brought in former Penn Stater undrafted last season. So I think a perfect move here. Who knows if he even makes a squad, but you got to have competition there. Definitely going to look in the draft as well, but I think that no-brainers here with these depth pieces. Another depth piece we talked about, nickel corner, somebody that provides versatility, can play inside, outside, can dabble a little at safety. He can return the ball. So he's got some return ability, brings depth. So again, these guys don't have to make the team, but you need that for the offseason, and I'm all about it. Now you added some linebackers. That's something we know we desperately needed. You get Oren Burks, former, 49er here, but I think, we saw how well he did with Green Bay. He struggled in the Super Bowl when thrown in for Greenlaw there, but I think anybody would with Travis Kelce. So it is what it is. I think this kid is pretty talented, 28 years old, and, he's still got a lot left in the tank. Former third round pick. He helps you on special teams too. So I love to see that. And I think that, adding to the linebacker room was something that we needed to do. Then you get a guy like Zach Bond, who not only helps you off ball, helps you on the edge as well. Maybe you want to try Oren Burks doing that as well, but you can get Zach Bond doing that. And, adding edge depth, all about it. But versatile pieces, you talk about Nolan Smith being able to do that last season. I think, that's key. Patrick Johnson dabbling a little bit. You've got guys like Terrell Lewis, Brandon Smith on this roster. So going to see some versatile pieces. We'll see what they can do. But then you get a starter, a clear off-ball linebacker. And this dude obviously had a down year, but he's maybe had a couple down years. But, dude, he is only 26 years old, a lot left in the tank, very athletic. And, look, man, if you can find the way to unlock his skill set in this defense, blitzing him, dropping into coverage, he can do all those things. I think Vic Fangio is really going to be able to turn this kid into an all-pro again. I'm very excited about this addition. And then the same could be said for CJ Gardner-Johnson. He shined in, this style of defense, and I think he's going to do it again. Got to have smart safeties. And, maybe he had his struggles in coverage at times, but he is a ball hawk, man. And he just got to stay healthy. You want everybody to stay healthy. But CJ, happy to have him home, and crazy that he's back. But man, insane that you get a Swiss Army knife like him that you can do so much with on defense. So excited there. And then my number one free agent target at the edge rusher position here, Bryce Huff. I know, when we talked about him, when I wanted him, I wanted with Reddick and Sweat, not taking somebody's spot. I want all of them. And yeah, he has the ability to start and he got the money, but I think, let's wait and have Huff, Nolan Smith for the future. How about 1 year of having Huff and Nolan Smith back and up Sweat and Reddick as part of a rotation? They'll all get to eat. We'll break that sack record we already had, and let's go do some damn damage, man. But that was all of the players we have added. Show you the full list here just to recap it there. But you can see 6 on offense, and then you've got 7 on defense there. So, my Lord, you talk about Howie busy cooking. My Lord, dude. Like I told you that expect to be, a little busy in free agency because we've got the cap space. We talked about it and they're, we don't have this. We do. You got to pay Jalen Hurts. Like, yeah, okay. If you don't know what you're talking about, that's fine. I'm going to show you. Broke it all down. And now you see the fruits of that labor, baby. Look at all of those effing players, 13 players that we've added. And that's not including the ones we just talked about. And if you're wondering, some of these guys have their new numbers already. So you can see on offense, Devontae's got 13. Kenny Pickett with 16. Saquon Barkley rocking the 26. Hennessy rocking that 77. And if you notice Pickett taking 16, maybe somebody won't be back, and I'm not against that. Now, Huff, Agent Zero. CJ Gardner-Johnson wearing the 8 to commemorate Kobe Bryant. Let's effing go Mamba mentality. We need it back. Let's go. Oren Burks rocking the 42. That's weird. Zach Bond, 53. And then Moro Ojomo actually changed his number to 97. Last worn by Contavious Street, who obviously was traded last year. So that number became available. And now you see that Ojomo will rock it. So we added all those, but we did lose some players. We know Kelce retired. I hate it. Maybe he'll come back. Jack Driscoll. He is on to Miami, Mariota to the Commanders, Opeta to the Bucks, Stoll to the Giants, Swift to the Bears, Byard as well to the Bears. Cox retired. Whew, man, 2 legends. And then Nicholas Morrow to the Bills. So you see some players have moved on, and then there are a bunch that are still free agents. So we knew there would be some roster turnover. We knew those things would have to happen, and I'm perfectly fine with it. But you see on offense, you've got a bunch of guys still out there. I mean, like I said, I would have brought Olamide back, but I don't know at this point. If they do, I'd look into the draft. Maybe Boston Scott comes back and competes with some of these guys. Maybe Roderick Johnson, he was banged up, got put on IR, then let go. So on the defensive side, maybe Cunningham, his familiarity with Bobby King, maybe he could help out. I don't know. Other than that, maybe Maddox if he doesn't sign somewhere else. Bradley, we talked about helping on special teams, but you got Oren Burks now. So Not so sure that is the route they go, but that's all the players they added, lost, remaining, and that's the jersey numbers as well for you. So you see all of that going on. And now I want to show you the updated depth chart here. Then I'm going to jump on over to these comments. But you can see anybody in green, new to the team, anybody in gray here, reserve future signings. But my Lord, I'm getting excited already. I imagine we'll add some receivers, maybe running backs, definitely tight ends, offensive linemen in this draft. So do not fear. We are far from done here, and I'm going to show you the cap space and the draft picks here shortly. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. Talked about it, whether Huff's starting or rotating. I don't care. He's going to feast. And you've got guys like Bond and Smith and Lewis who are versatile. You got so many things going on here. And I do believe they will continue to add the linebacker. Probably the defensive line you can always count on. But, maybe they add an edge rusher, and that makes it a little bit better with the money to get rid of Hassan Reddick. So we'll see. We'll break all that stuff down. But you see the corners, a lot of talk there. You could definitely look to add in the draft there. But I like a lot of the talent that we have. And then at safety, you can see adding CJ Gardner-Johnson, but Sidney Brown banged up to start the year. So I would look to definitely add maybe another free agent. We've talked about Ashton Davis, Julian Blackman, Kyle Duggar, obviously Justin Simmons. So a lot of names still out there. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do. And then the special teams unit talked about not actually worried there. That's insane. You got Elliott, Mann, Lovato locked up, Covey and Rogers here. Rogers can help you both kick and punt return. Covey could if he needed to a kick return, but you got Campbell and Tyler Hall, who both have helped the kick returner. So we talked about that. We're going to see more additions that can help you there. So you have competition in the offseason. I am all about it. But we're going to take a look at the cap space, all the new cap hits, the unknown cap hits, and then we're going to take a look at the draft picks in a second here. Let me try to jump over here and get through these as quickly as I can. So let's go Eagles. That's right, my man. Appreciate you tuning in, Rodney. I'm all about keeping Reddick, Hannock, or I just called you Hannock, but yeah, Joe, I'm all about it. Let's go, Anthony, my man. And we got China tuning in. Just another Sicko Sunday. I'm all about it. Let's go. Appreciate you tuning in. But you guys see how pumped up I am about these additions. I hope you're pumped up, and I hope Reddick's going to stay. We talked about it during that free agency period. Just because the media is just now figuring out what a contract year means doesn't mean Reddick or Sweat has to go. I talked about it. You could add a guy like Huff and keep Reddick and Sweat. Well, we added Huff. We kept Sweat. Now let's keep Reddick. I'll go 3 for 3, and I'll be all about it. Let's go break that sack record, baby. Let's go. Hate to see Reddick on the mound. I would hate him to see anywhere. I want to see him in Eagles green. Let's go. And I was all about Alameda, but it is what it is. So we'll see. But yeah, the number is going there. And look, we'll try to hope that maybe he'll get a shot here, but I don't know if that's going to happen here. So, and I would hate him leaving too, man. I don't want to see that, but we've already got a deep rotation, even if he does, and I'm sure they will look to add. So, yeah, I don't want him going, though. Just like I talked about when I wanted Huff, I want him with these guys. So, but yeah, we got Vampire Drew out there. Too funny, too funny. I said the same thing. You're a nut, and I love it. A true sicko. Choice is good now because the defense just became 2 times good. I think it's X. Yeah, man. When you have a good team, you definitely become better. So, yeah, that's what we talked about. We were going to add in this free agency, and we're going to continue to add in the draft. So that's just what Howie Roseman does. Let people keep sleeping. They'll wake up soon enough. I promise you. Looks like Isaiah Rodgers there. Identical twins. I didn't notice that. I don't think so. When I saw Tyler Howell's face, but I guess I could see the similarities there. But too funny. Too funny. The Bond identity. Zach Bond, man, I'm all about it, dude. I want to see him compete this offseason, see what he can do, see if we add to that room. But having that versatility, that's a good thing to have. And Devin White, yeah, I think that, he's found, it sounds like, he found God. He's doing things. He's getting his mind right. And whatever you need to do to get your mind right, hell yeah, man. And happy for him. But he looks like this is a place of rejuvenation for his career. And I am all about it. And CJ coming home, I'm all about that too. So, dude, this is going to be an amazing season. And we talk about this is the beginning here, man. We're starting off. We got to build something, and it's already off to a great start. So I promise, man, these guys are pissed. They know what happened last year. We added new coordinators with these coaches, and I think that, man, special things are coming. Betting odds still against Dallas. Oh, dude, that's funny. And, of course, they're always going to be on their jock, but let them. They'll be on ours soon enough. And yeah, I want him to stay here. Definitely, definitely, definitely. And yo, what's going on, Deep Space? Appreciate you tuning in. Once he comes back, that'll make me feel a bit better. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he will, but I would not be against it. That's for sure. But the draft, no doubt, I'm all about the draft, man. It's gonna be nuts trying to put out all this coverage. But yeah, he's decent. He definitely had his struggles in the Super Bowl, but he's definitely decent there. Wouldn't say great, but Devin White 145. Well, I don't know if he does. He might want a new number, but we'll see, man, how that goes. But yo, my man Tyree, appreciate you tuning in, bro. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you in here. Is too giddy about us, Susan? Yeah, he usually makes stuff up. Those people rely on just being stupid. Reddick will be. Do you see the DT? Hold on one sec. No, it's just kind of part of the business, man. So if it happens, it happens. But we'll try to figure it out, man. But appreciate you taking the time either way, dude. And look, I'd love to keep Reddick, but 30 years old and in a contract year, he's got to make things work with his agent and Howie Roseman and the Eagles. So we got to hope everyone gets on the same page at least one more year here. I am all about that. But well, like you see the depth chart I just showed you there, Milton Williams steps in, and that's just, I mean, you see it's Carter, Davis, Milton Williams, and then you've got Tua Pelotu, Ajomo behind him, Mustafa, Ellis, and Booker. But I think you're going to continue to add there. So, but no, we are set for the future with Milton Williams, Carter, and Davis. That's why I want to see Milton Williams extended here. I think people are sleeping on what we've got interior wise, but I am very, very excited about it. And let me show you why I'm still excited, because you always hear about people making up cap numbers and this, that, the other thing. And I've tried my best to continue teaching and showing how this stuff works. And some people are getting it. Some people, they're so close. Now they're the cap experts, but they're throwing out fake numbers. And I do not like that. So here are the cap numbers that are in stone that you can see here. You can check out those shows I put out last couple of weeks, keeping you up to date. Here are the guys we do not know the cap hits of yet. So once these guys all go on the books, currently, you see here, you've obviously got 8 guys that, aren't hitting the books, but you have 33.6. So obviously you're going to need some money here, but you're replacing, 8 of those guys with the bottom 8 of that top 51. So really, I would assume you only need around like 5 million. So again, I keep saying it's going to be around 30 million, but with the restructures and things that are going on with people extensions, it could go up a little bit more. So that's why I keep saying around 30 million, because it's just safer than saying like 29, 31. It's right there, man. So this is not the number, but it's, close. It's just, you need those 8 players to be accounted for. And once those numbers become available, I will have the exact numbers for you. I will have all that stuff for you. And it's just been insane with work, everything I don't have time to sleep, everything's just been insane. And I'm doing my best to keep you up to date with all this stuff, but we've got so much cap space. We can trade, sign for anybody we want to. I'm going to work on a show, safeties we could trade for. So not only are there free agents out there, but we've got money to do whatever the hell we want. And we've got the ammo. So you saw the money, but we've also got the draft picks. And, I had mentioned earlier, that trade, but here was the exact trade that happened. You got Pickett, and then you got a 4th rounder, 120, when you gave them your 3rd rounder. So you went back 22 spots. You lose that 3rd and you got a 4th, but you give up 2 7th rounders next year. We had 4 total. So we get rid of 2 of them. And you get your backup quarterback who you feel more comfortable with than McKee. He's still developing. I'm fine with that. I know quarterback is very important. You don't want anything to happen to Hurts, but God forbid, you've got a guy that has starting experience and he's a former 1st-round pick for a reason. But you never know, man. You could find something from him and then you're able to trade him, get something in return. But you've got to back up at least for a couple of years here until McKee develops. So good situation to have, man. You have your guy developing. You bring in a guy like Greer who can help Pickett, Hurts, and McKee there. So I'm all about it, man. But you can see the updated picks now. So now we've got 14 in the next 2 years. And the way this works with the 2025 picks, that 7th round, little double trade we got. So we got rid of 2 of those 7th rounders out of the 4. Now, we did have our own 7th rounder. Then we had one from Atlanta, one from Denver, and one from New Orleans. Now, it has not been said which one. So it's 2 of either our own Atlanta, Denver, or New Orleans. So yeah, whatever. But 2 7th rounders, a 5th. We don't have a 4th next year. So you got a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, no 4th, no 6th. But you got 2 7ths there. But don't sleep on Howie. He's always wheeling and dealing, whether that be for, players that are getting picks or whatever. He wants to trade some picks, move back in this year's draft, whatever it is. But you see this year, man, we've got 1st, 2 2nds, a 4th, and then 3 5ths with a 6th there. And obviously, I'm pretty pumped up with 8 picks. And we did have 4 in the top 100, but obviously we moved from 98 to 120. So again, you move back 22 spots, whatever. But you've got some important picks here. And I mixed that up. Actually, I think 50 is from New Orleans, not 53. It's right on this one. But for some reason, I switched it here. Whatever. You get the point. We still have 22, 50, 53, 120, 161, 171, 172, and then 211. So, hey, look, man, I'm pretty excited about this. Like, you talk about how we having 2 second-round picks. Like, he could either want somebody in the 1st round, or he could really want to load up on some younger talent, trade one of those second rounders, get, just, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks back in the 2nd round, and then trade for, another 3rd rounder in this year's, and then a 5th rounder next year. So you're getting more picks. So there's so many options here, but very excited with the ammo that the Eagles do have here. So you can see so far so good this free agency period, a couple of weeks in, and Howie is wheeling and dealing. We've got the draft next month. We've got, a lot of free agents still available this week. I'm also going to be putting out the show where the best available free agents at every position. So you've got a lot of stuff going on here, and I will do my best to keep you up to date with all of it. But that's all the information that I have for you tonight. You guys have any final thoughts, questions, leave them down below. I'm about to roll out here in a minute, but love to see you guys tuning in here. I don't know if Kelsey's coming back. This is hey, my pleasure, Anthony. I really look, I do my best to give you guys that stuff, and now I see everybody trying to do that stuff, and it's like, you son of a bitches. But hey, I'm happy to teach people how it works, and I'm glad to see people finally doing it rather than it's all fake, nothing exists. But Daryl, appreciate you taking the time, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. And look, man, I hope you guys enjoyed all of that information. If you miss anything or you're watching this later, I'd love to hear from you down below. But Ewing, my man, appreciate you. And I'd love to see Milton brought back here. I think he should have a huge year here. Maybe they'll see how it goes before they extend him. But I would try to extend him now before he goes off. How does Howie manipulate match behind the cap? Well, I explain it each and every offseason, each and every show. I do my best to show you guys how this stuff works. So you guys ever have any questions on that? I do my best. I need to grab a sweat part 2. Well, you talk about having what we have here with Josh Sweat, but playing with Jordan, I don't know what you mean. That's an edge rusher and an interior guy. The interior guys, we have Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Milton Williams as starters. Edge rushers are Josh Sweat and Son Reddick. Your original scoop, no doubt. Honestly, would have loved to keep that 98th pick. It's all good, man. Getting a backup quarterback, I'm not sweating it, but would not be against Asante Samuel Jr., but I think we'll be looking for other positions before we look to corner. But we shall see if they want to move on from someone and then add someone, as we talked about this free agency period. But lots to talk about this week. I'll be breaking down those free agents. We'll be breaking down everything I possibly can as we get ready for this draft. So, my God, the draft content's coming. I hope you're all ready. Holy shit. I don't know if I am, because this work week is about to be insane. So I'm going to do what I can when I can and keep you up to date with everything. Should be a cap update tomorrow, hopefully, but expect multiple videos within these next couple of days, and expect them to be after the afternoon, though, because I'll be working. So unless something happens in the day and I'm on my lunch break and can make something happen, I don't know. But we'll see. Going to be pandemonium this week, and I'm all about it, baby. But I appreciate that. And if you guys got anything from this, yes, do me a favor and hit that like button down below. It truly does help. All the subscriptions, all the sharing, everything you guys are doing, whether it be on YouTube or whatever platform, I truly cannot thank you enough for the support. We'll keep growing. We'll get the truth out there, because the truth shall set us all free, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope you all had yourselves a fantastic weekend. I am Beach Street and not looking forward too much to 5 a.m. But, my man Joe, appreciate you taking the time, friend. I'm just rolling out here. If you rewatch this, would love to hear your thoughts. Lots of great information in this show, jam-packed. So would love to hear who your guys' favorite free agent signings are so far. You like the numbers, you don't like the numbers. You want to hear something about the cap space, the draft picks, whatever is on your mind. I would love to hear from you. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out, whether it's about life, about the birds. It does not matter. Always here for you as you are for me. But have yourselves a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. And of course, as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!